BeeCee's Barbecue, one of the most inexpensive prime locations for authentic barbecue. BeeCee's, a local family-owned business running since 2002, located on 125th and Convera. Some might ask, why is this restaurant so important compared to the hundreds of other local restaurants in the Kansas City, Missouri area? Well, I tell you, BeeCee's is owned by my family, opened by my father, Craig B. Nelson, 14 years ago. I call him the man that followed his dreams. With family support, BeeCee's is now a family-owned business growing in the local Kansas City area that has been established by a man following his dreams and having a family barbecue sauce and seasoning, handmade from scratch by my dad. BeeCee's is a great family-oriented place where you can come together and eat great barbecue. At BeeCee's Barbecue, we asked the owner what are some of the ins and outs of the barbecue business. What's your favorite thing on the menu?
My whole menu I pretty much like. I like the chicken. I like the burnt ends, pulled pork, ribs. I think are excellent.
Why did you choose to open up a barbecue restaurant?
Well, I was inspired by my son to open a restaurant years ago. I told him if I ever open up a restaurant, what I would do I would name the restaurant after him because he inspired me to make my sauce or to come up with the sauce and also the seasonings. And I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I've always been one. I've always owned some type of business.
What is your favorite part about being an owner?
Control.
What is the hardest and easiest part about the restaurant business?
Making rent. Paying employees.
Right. And the easiest?
The easiest? Just seeing a smile on people's face once they, finish eating your food.
Do you cater?
Yes.
And what is your fondest barbecue memory?
One day, probably, we had like 3 caterings. We had a deal where we did a concession stand from 6 to 6. Then we had 2 different wedding events, and we only had a staff of about 5, and we pulled it all off.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.